Hey, what is going on, guys? DJ Hess here, CollectiveKicks.com. Wanted to bring you guys a review of the 2017 version of the Nike Foamposite One in the royal blue colorway. Give you guys my thoughts on the model and why I think the sneaker did not sell out. And then if you guys want to see the comparison to the OG pair right here, and then the 2010 released pair here, I will be showing that in more detail in this video. On feet section at the end of the video, but hopefully you guys enjoy. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So first things first, let's take a look at the box. Nike Foamposite One, and it says XX on it. Price point was $230. Kind of a steep price for the sneakers, but it is what it is. They've been going up and down in prices for the foams, and this one was $230. The previous retro, which was these ones, were only they were $200 from the last retro from 2010, and these ones are spot on. The retro. Really was glad I got these ones. I believe they had one retro before that, maybe even two, before the original ones that were from '97. So if you guys don't know, the Nike Foamposite One was originally like a pretty expensive pair of sneakers back in the day, and it had this crazy Foamposite material that was molded for the upper of the shoe. And the more you wore them, the more they would actually mold to your foot. So it kind of shaped to your foot as you wore them more. So it was kind of a cool technology and a cool concept, and obviously a crazy futuristic look. Penny Hardaway wasn't actually the first one to wear these. Mike Bibby was, and then Penny Hardaway was the one that picked up this for his signature sneaker. So this is the 20-year anniversary of the Penny Foamposites. So we're gonna see some more retros. We saw some coppers are already in the works and some other things out there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the upper though. You can see in the 2017 version, it's kind of like, it's a little bit different hue of blue, and it's going to be really hard to tell in the lighting, and I apologize, it's really tough to get. It looks like it's a little bit more metallic, though. A little bit brighter metallic than this one. And this is the previous retro, so more metallic. I mean, if I switch it, it could just be the light, but I don't know really how to do this in the proper way with these. But I don't know if you can see it. But this to me has a more bluish metallic look to it than the previous ones did. These ones are darker, it feels like, than this one. And then if you compare to the OG colorway, the OG one is a little bit darker too. And again, you won't be able to see it in your light, but in mine it looks a little bit darker. And that could just be due to age, to be 100% honest. Like if you look at these up close, this material is interesting. It's a different finish than the other ones. It's more textured a little bit than the new versions are, and that's consistent with the other pair of OG ones that I have as well, which are over here. So this is another pair of OG ones right here, and it has just a little bit of interesting texture. Moving on from the Foamposite upper, you can see the back section right here. The 1C looks exactly the same. The stitching and everything is good, and then what it sits on looks exactly the same also from the older pairs. And then one thing that I think was a great detail that they got was the netting back here was black and kind of gray, and that's correct on both pairs as well. The pull tab difference in color, there is a little bit of a difference in color in the royal blue here. And again, it could be an age thing, but this one looks a little bit darker than this one, more purplish than this one does blue. And moving on from that, a look at the sole, same format, obviously, kind of what we would expect. Carbon fiber, they still are using carbon fiber on the new ones, which is good. Although this one has a little bit more of a shiny finish than this one, and double check it, but yeah, I guess this one has a shiny finish on this one too. So this is probably just, again, an age issue. Zoom air on the corner as we would expect. There's a side look again at the carbon fiber. And the carbon fiber. Nike swoosh on the front, just has a small swoosh right there, same as the OG pair, as you can see, in white. And then it has the blue racing stripe down the middle of the tongue, same as on the OG pair, with that 1C branding for the 1 penny logo on the tongue. All in all, this is just like a great representation of the model. Looks like there's a little bit of glue stains on here. I mean, stuff kind of happens, but I got to take that off, probably a little glue stain on here. But it looks good, and it feels about right, and I can't notice anything by holding up the original pairs of anything drastically different. Has a Nike Air branding on the bottom of the shoe also, as we would expect. This one is worn off. This one is brand new though on this one. Pretty dope pair of sneakers. If you guys got them, I mean, it's kind of a part of history, and it's one that I think that people are definitely sleeping on right now. And I think part of the reason why, so I'll get into that now, is because I don't think Nike really fully told the story on these. Foamposite XX, and it is a 20-year anniversary. There wasn't a lot of promotion around it, it didn't seem like, though. Like, all we saw was really a post on the sneakers app. Blogs picked it up a little bit. Why I think that they didn't sell out is because there's been too many releases of the similar colors too frequently and too often. And this is an example. I mean, this is just the Carolina blue version of the shoe, but like as the light hits it, like this, I've taken pictures of it and it looks like this. Like this one looks like this one because of the metallic nature of the shoe. So it's fairly similar, even though it's obviously completely different, but it has similar characteristics. The other thing is you have stuff like this, which this released in the pack, which this is a Sharpie pack. It's still like if you have a Royal, then you have this, and you have this, which is pretty much the same thing with the paint filled in. It's $500, and you had to get the other pair of sneakers that you didn't want, and now you're out $500. So like the reality is that one put a damper on things, and even though it was the Royal colorway, people didn't want to pay for the pack for the most part. And those things don't, I mean, the resale is like $500 on those, if that even. So I think that is a combination of another reason why these didn't sell out, is just because there was too many similar pairs of sneakers or similar themed sneakers that released in too short of a time frame, in my opinion. And the price point at $230, honestly, it would be awesome if these would go back down to $200. I doubt that's going to ever happen, but it would be cool to see foams at a lower price point again. Regardless, I ended up buying these ones. I didn't get these gifted to me. I bought them. It was just a pair that I definitely wanted. But the newest version of the old ones that I had, I wanted to see and see how Nike was doing and just kind of compare them to myself and to my other versions of the same exact shoe. And so far, you can see it looks pretty darn good. If you ask me, I think that they did a pretty good job. There's pretty much a look at them side by side. OG, 2010, 2017. Can't really tell the difference too much, but again, the blue does look a little bit off, and that might just be because of the lighting, as I mentioned before. But anyways, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Check out the on feet section right here if you guys want to see what these look like on feet in new modern times of 2017. But man, it's obviously a shoe I love. The reason why I love this shoe is because like I played basketball back in the day, and when I first saw these things like on the court, just blown away by how crazy futuristic they look. They just look like space shoes, and they were super intriguing to me the way that they were presented. And then the price point was obviously really high, and it was just a shoe that was kind of out of reach. And so it kind of represents a little bit of that, as much as most of the other sneakers that I have in my collection, of something that I couldn't obtain then, and now that I can have, obviously I have more than enough. But that's it. What do you guys think about the Royal Blue Penny Foamposite? Is it a colorway that you thought would sell out? Leave some comments and let me know why you don't think it sold out. And thank you all for watching. Catch you guys for some more videos soon. Peace, guys.